If you are over 60, some warning signs may be more dangerous than they look.
I'm Dr. Eleanor Hart, Eleanor Hart. Let me tell you about Walter.
Walter was 73 years old, independent and proud. Like many older adults, he hated making a fuss. He preferred to wait. If a symptom passed, he told himself it was nothing.
That is how too many people lose precious time.
One morning, Walter did not feel dramatic pain. He did not collapse.
He did not think, I'm having a medical emergency.
What he felt was smaller than that. And that is what made it dangerous.
Many stroke warning signs do not arrive with a giant alarm. They arrive quietly.
Suddenly. And then they give you a short chance to act.
Stay with me until the end.
Sign number 7 is one adult's dismiss fastest.
Even though it may be one of the most urgent.
Here are 7 stroke warning signs older adults must never ignore after 60.
Now let me be very clear. Not every strange symptom is a stroke.
But when symptoms appear suddenly, especially on one side, or combined, you do not sit there and guess. You act fast. The first warning sign is sudden face drooping. Walter noticed something strange in the mirror.
His face looked uneven. Not dramatically, just enough to feel wrong.
Walter's wife noticed it too, but he tried to laugh it off.
That was stupid. A sudden droop on one side of the face is a major warning. Especially if it is new. Especially if it appears out of nowhere. And especially if it comes with trouble speaking or weakness elsewhere.
This is the symptom older adults often dismiss because it does not hurt.
That is weak thinking. Stroke warning signs do not need to hurt to be dangerous. Pain is not the gatekeeper of seriousness. If the face suddenly looks uneven, heavy, numb, or difficult to control, do not sit there pretending it is nothing.
The second warning sign is sudden weakness or numbness in an arm, hand, or leg.
Or sudden weakness or numbness on one side of the body.
Walter felt this in his right arm first. Not total paralysis.
Just a strange weakness. A loss of normal control. A feeling that the arm was not quite responding the way it should. This is one of the most important clues, because stroke often affects one side. Not always, but often enough that older adults need to respect it immediately.
If one side suddenly feels weak, numb, clumsy, or hard to trust,
That is not a symptom to watch for a while.
That is a symptom to act on. Fast.
Too many people wait because the weakness is mild.
That delay can cost them their speech, their mobility, or worse.
Mild does not mean safe. Sudden matters.
The third warning sign is slurred speech or trouble speaking.
This is one of the most famous stroke signs. And still, people ignore it.
Walter knew what he wanted to say, but the words did not come out right.
That scared Walter's wife immediately. He tried to brush it off.
He said he was just tired. Nonsense. If speech suddenly becomes slurred, thick, mumbled, or hard to produce,
That is a major, major red flag. How altitude your abdomen is. The same is true if a person cannot find words or form a simple sentence, or sounds strangely confused all at once.
This is where older adults sabotage themselves. They feel embarrassed.
They do not want to admit something is wrong. So they delay. That is cowardly behavior in a medical emergency. You do not need pride. You need speed.
The fourth warning sign is sudden confusion or trouble understanding simple things.
This one can be subtle. A person may look awake,
may still be standing, may still be looking at you.
Walter, sit down.
but suddenly they are not processing things normally. Walter understood that people were speaking, but he struggled to keep up.
That matters. Stroke does not always announce itself with dramatic collapse.
Sometimes it shows up as sudden mental confusion, difficulty understanding, or a mind that suddenly feels scrambled.
If confusion appears suddenly, especially alongside other symptoms,
do not write it off as fatigue, age, or stress. That is how fools waste time. Sudden confusion is not normal aging. Normal aging does not arrive in a flash at 9:12 in the morning. The fifth warning sign is sudden vision change, blurry vision.
Double vision.
Loss of vision in one eye, or part of the visual field suddenly dark.
Walter noticed the television looked wrong. Part of the image seemed missing.
He thought maybe he just needed to blink. That is another trap.
sudden visual change can be a stroke warning sign.
Older adults must stop treating vision symptoms like minor eye annoyances. When they happen out of nowhere, this is especially dangerous because people often blame glasses or dry eyes or lighting. Maybe, but if vision changes suddenly, you do not get cute and start guessing. You take it seriously. Because stroke can affect what the brain sees, not just what the eye sees. Let me pause here for 1 second. Many older adults think stroke must look dramatic. That is exactly why some of them respond too slowly. Warning signs can be sudden, not theatrical. Do not wait for a movie scene. Real life is quieter and more dangerous.
The sixth warning sign is a sudden severe headache. Not all strokes cause headache.
But some do. And when it appears suddenly and severely, it matters. Especially if it feels unlike your usual headaches. Walter described it as a sharp, shocking pain. Not his normal headache. Not stress. Something different. That phrase matters.
Older adults know their own body. When a headache feels sudden, unusually intense,
or very unlike what is typical for them, do not ignore that. A sudden severe headache can have more than one cause. A possible cause is medical emergency.